What up, what up, what up? Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Getting Stoked. The band that I have on this week, I'm not going to do much of an introduction for because there's really only a few things that you need to know. So they're called THRA, THRA, all caps, because they're badass, and that's like really cool. And they make music that just like fries your skin. And yeah, that's about it, man. They're skull crushing face melters who play sludge death, and I am all fucking about it. All right, welcome guys to the show. We're rolling. Let's get a quick run around to get everyone acquainted with the voices. Starting on my left.
My name's Rob.
And you play
guitar.
All right. Moving on.
My name's Matt, and I also play guitar.
Very cool.
My name's Gray, and I play drums.
I'm Zach. I play bass.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. What up, y'all?
What's up?
I'm happy to have you here. You guys fucking decimated me. I don't remember what happened or how I found out about you. I think someone just threw your name into a Facebook feed or something like that looking for music. And I just got, like, fucked. Because I'm really into like your brand of what do you guys call it? Sludge? Metal? Like what do you
like sludge death?
Sludge death, right?
With like black metal influence.
That is what I'm fucking talking about, dude. Like take all my money. That sounds amazing. I would also like more music.
We'll take it.
Give me your money.
I would love more music as well. And I always heard that your guys' live shows. The thing that I heard about your live shows, and this really shows what kind of a band you are, is that you guys can either open or close. You can't fucking be put in the middle of a bill. That's what I always heard. Like, you either have to, like, kick the fucking thing off and really just, like, fuck everybody up, or you have to just, like, close house and burn the place to the ground.
Interesting.
Dang, yeah, I haven't heard that one yet. That sounds pretty cool.
Which is pretty fucking cool, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Right on.
So, I guess what I want to kind of start with is, like, I love metal, but I don't get to talk about it very much because most of my friends are indie hipster kids, and I listen to all that kind of stuff too. But it's rare that I get to actually sit down with people who love music and I love metal music, and so we're gonna be going all over the fucking place into different what you guys are into and whatnot. So I'm just gonna get started with that right now. As far as like, let's go around and talk about just kind of biggest influences or what you're listening to right now. Fuck it, yeah. Let's influences. Everyone does influences. Let's talk about what you guys are listening to right now that's getting you really pumped. And we'll start with whoever has the idea first. Whoever can think of something first. Kraulis is the shit.
That's pretty much all I listen to. It's
Kraulis?
terrible. Yeah, I like. Right now, I pretty much listen to Kraulis, Bostonage, and then
I couldn't get into that Bostonage record. I don't know why.
Vocals are super like it's hit or miss for a lot of people, you know.
Yeah,
I like shit like that and Amon Ra and like I like shrill vocals for a lot of the part.
I like shrill vocals too. There was something about his that didn't like.
Yeah, it's super out there, super one of the kind, you know. But
yeah, for sure,
they're definitely one of my favorites.
Sick. Have you guys real quick? Because you're talking about shrill vocals. Have you guys heard the new Mutilated Rights record?
Yeah, that one's fucking great.
Dude, it's ridiculous.
That's like top 5 of the year.
I think that's in my top 5 of the year.
Yeah, that one is fucking solid.
So, all right, what about you? What do you listen to right now?
Right now, I listen to a lot of this band Spectral Voice. They actually showed me when I joined the band. I've been listening to that a lot.
Sick. What is that?
It's kind of like, I don't know, how would you describe it, Rob? You're better at this. Yeah.
Oh, it's Death Doom.
They're from Colorado.
It's
sweet.
super.
They're sick as fuck.
Fucking badass. So I'm always listening to like Sumac Baptist. I love that guy. I can't even think of his name right now, but that drummer.
Nick.
Dude, that guy's
the
shit. I'm
so
obsessed with that dude.
Hell yeah.
And then I'm always listening to Ween because I'm like obsessed with them, and they all
awesome.
they all make fun of me, but that's my favorite band ever. So.
No, dude, it's fucking cool.
That's a daily thing for years.
No, that's super cool. That's super cool. What about you?
My homie Gabe, he let me borrow this, it's like an Italian death metal band called Electrocution.
Okay.
And I've been listening to that a bunch, but he just took the CD back, so I gotta listen to something else in my car. But
Is it not on Spotify? What the fuck?
No, they're on Spotify,
Okay.
but it's just like in my car. It's like
Got
I
it.
only have a CD player, so
Gotcha.
it's
I
kind
get
of whatever I can throw in there.
Yeah.
But that Primitive Man gets me pretty juiced.
Primitive Man, yeah.
Blood Incantations dope.
Fuck yeah.
Regular Incantations awesome too.
So is blood. Blood's cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
But yeah, shit, lots of power violence too, like I don't like Punch,
Yeah.
shit like that. But
Very cool. What about you, man? Rob?
I listen to like a lot of like old school death metal, like, but it's new.
Yeah,
you know?
totally.
So like, it's like the style, but like Spectral Voice, Undergang, Necrot, stuff like that.
Necrot's cool, yeah.
Dude, I'm really digging that shit.
I've been listening to a lot of really just gross, like brutal slamming death metal. Like that new Organectomy record is fucking insanely like that's probably, and I'm not because they're like half tech death and half
slams
and slam.
Slams.
But like I don't love slam as a genre, and I don't love tech death as a genre. But there's something about Organectomy that just it's awesome.
A healthy mix.
So
Healthy
bands like
mix.
that, like it's really hit or miss for me. But I really love Defeated Sanity and then Artificial Brain.
Artificial brain is sick.
Like those two bands are just like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
And that's like it's the oh god.
Do you guys hear the new Behemoth?
I'm not into that.
Yeah,
Not
I'm
into
not,
that?
not,
into
not a
Behemoth.
big Behemoth fan, really.
That's cool.
But
What's up with that? Are they seen as like? Because again, I don't hang out with huge metal fans, so like I don't really know what
It's
other
kinda
people's
like-
opinion is. But I've noticed that they're kind of looked down on, and I wondered what's up with. Are they too popular? Are they too? Poppy?
They're like entry level
Yeah.
death metal. It's like super cliche shit.
Yeah.
Like
cheesy.
super cheesy.
It's like satanic cheesy.
super
Yeah.
It's
like
I don't know.
Like
It's not
they got some riffs and
Dude,
they're not
Nurgle's a
bad
badass,
musicians.
but-
They're cool people,
yeah,
I bet, but
it's just not
so
mean enough.
cheesy.
Not mean enough?
yeah.
It makes me want to cry instead of like headbutt somebody.
But
I'd
not
rather
not
headbutt
even a
somebody.
good cry. Like
Yeah, like a very
like an
pathetic-
uncomfortable cry.
Yeah, like I'm gonna piss my pants.
yeah.
for sure.
Where's that?
I get
Where's the
that.
bathroom?
His lyrics are fucking cool though. I really
Yeah,
think
yeah.
he's-
You know,
he's a
like
great
from an
lyricist.
artistic side, they got cool album covers. They have cool like aesthetics. They
Uh-huh.
put on a cool show. I saw them when I was like 14. They played like Mayhem Fest or something, and I was like, "That's sick."
Yeah, I saw them a long time ago.
Yeah, but as I got into like the genre more, I was
Yeah,
like,
when
"Oh,
I started listening to their records, I wasn't as into it.
yeah."
I like mean. I like it's not mean enough. I was listening to some pretty mean. I was listening to Hortopsy earlier, and that's like fucking mean. That's just like I'm gonna crush up your fucking genitals and feed them to you. You piece of shit.
Yeah, my buddy Jeff just showed me Black Tongue.
Okay.
They're
Black
just
Tongue's
like
tight.
slow, fast, mean. Like everything's super like thick,
Gross.
but
metal.
it's like it's just fucking mean.
Yeah.
It's just mean.
Thou too. I feel like I get a thou
Oh,
vowel. I
Thou's
get a
so sick.
I get a thou like feel from you guys.
Love thou.
Not in a way that you sound like them, but it sounds like someone who listens to them.
We have a lot of amps.
Yeah.
We have a lot of amps.
Yeah, that's
I
what I
listen to
heard.
thou.
I think I counted 11 yesterday.
Holy shit!
Just in
Christ.
our practice room.
Well, we need to talk about that. Let's. What on earth?
Big
How does
rundown,
how does a 4-piece pull off 11 amps? What do you guys run? What are you running?
We don't
use
use
all
all
of
those, but what are we gonna be using this weekend?
All
It's
right.
like
Well, I'll start off
5,
with my
6?
stuff, and then everyone can just kind of say what they're doing. But
That's a good idea.
Basically, I run a Sun concert lead.
Okay.
It's just a solid state amp, and then I run it through a 2x15 PV with some speakers in it. And then I also am doing an ABY pedal and like using like it's Canadian. It's called a Trainer Mark III,
Okay.
and that's the tubes that I'm running, out of just like some 4x12 with custom shit that I picked out,
That's fucking
put
crazy.
it together, and it's just loud pretty much.
That's one band setup.
That's
That's enough for a normal band, yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. That's just me. So, yeah, I run some pedals, but other than that, it's
cool.
pretty much the amps.
Got it. What about you, man?
I got an old PV Mace running into like a PV 412. Just like matches, looks all nice and all that, but just pretty much run that real clean. Use a way huge fat sandwich for all of my all of my tone pretty much.
Really, you keep it pretty clean over on your end?
Yeah, I mean it's like the drive of I feel like just the fact that the pedal is hitting the clean so hard it's gonna break up the tubes a little bit because I try to use that pedal on like a solid state amp and it doesn't kind of whip up that niceness like that does.
Well, that's when I had I tried some bass pedals for distortion because I'm a bass player, and I've noticed that it's really hard to get a distortion pedal for a bass and still make it really punchy and still make. I feel like it takes away some of that bottom. Sometimes it doesn't really push as hard as a clean tone would, but that's just been my experience. So it's kind of smart, I guess, to go cleaner drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just want like because it's a solid state preamp section and then it's just the power section's just 6L6s. So it like I don't know, I feel like it keeps a real nice just like bass just kind of throw it.
Hell yeah.
Because I guess the Fat Sandwich is designed to be like run into a clean amp too, so it's I don't know.
Sweet.
Lots of hit.
Very cool, man. What's your setup?
I actually have an amp now.
Gray has an amp.
Yeah, it's just like to kind of jerry rig my bass drum so I can actually hear it at practice because they're so loud. But my kit is a Pearl Studio Masters. It's a birch kit, and then I have a maple snare. I think the one I'm playing right now is a Pearl also. It's a Masters, but it's maple. And then K Custom, dark crashes, and rides, hybrid. It's a hybrid ride. It's sick.
2 rides.
They're all broken right now. Oh yeah, 2 rides. 2 rides, 1 crash. Yeah.
I love when it comes to heavy shit. I love the Peisty. Peisty, is that how you say it? Pasty, whatever.
You know, I don't even really.
We know what you're talking about.
I hear Peisty. I think it's one of those things that it's kind of like we all know what it is.
They have hi-hats.
Yeah, Peist. I don't have no idea.
I don't remember what they're called, but they have hi-hats that are like really fucking dark, and they've got tons of dents in them and shit like that.
Oh yeah, I like any dark cymbals. That's my shit. That's what I like.
That's awesome. A lot. Man.
They're loud and they cut through, but they're not too. I don't know. Like I was playing A Customs for a while, and they're just too like.
Those are real bright.
Yeah, they were way too. It just didn't match. Remember, I put those on for a while, and I was like, I did it for like 1 practice, and I was like, that sounds like shit. Put it away.
Cool. And then what about you?
Do that.
All right, so
the trouble.
My amp like Rob. One cab is acoustic 408. It's just an old ass 4x15. It's really sick because 2 of the 15s are ported, so it just pumps out like a fucking crazy PA.
Got it.
And then I run that with the Sun Coliseum. It's red because the red's cooler.
Yeah.
And then I usually run that one clean. I'll just run that cab clean. And then I have 2 PV towers. Each tower is 1 tweeter, 2 10s, and 2 12s. I have 2 of those running through like a PV Series 3. And that's where I run all the dirt. I don't have it right now because it got stolen, but I use the Waveformer Destroyer and a compressor pretty much. And then I ABY it.
Damn.
And then Iceman.
Iceman.
Yeah. And then a jerry-rigged Iceman.
What's that?
Oh, it's my bass.
Oh, okay.
It's just Iceman. It's
tell
tight.
them what we did to it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I fucked it up. Like, put the wrong bridge on. It's like strung wrong. Like, I bored a giant hole in the bridge pickup, threw a jazz pickup in. It's pretty cool.
Dude, that's like a fucking Misfits guitar.
Yeah, it's Frankenstein. It's great.
Hell yeah.
Trade it for an amp.
That's sick. So, who here said they did vocals?
Me and Rob both
and
do
Rob?
vocals.
You both do vocals?
Yep.
This is a really, really, really it's a cliche question, but again, and I'm not surrounded by bands who fucking rip heads off, so I don't get to ask this question very often, and or ever. And that question is, how do you do the vocals? Like, how do you actually make those sounds with your face and not destroy your throat? Because I know there's a way to do it, and I've heard that, but I've never really hung out with anybody who does that. Like, what are your guys' techniques?
I mean, like any singing, any person has their range. If you're trying to do it out of your range, you're going to hurt your voice if you're straining too hard. Like, the easiest way to do it is you just have to get, like, a bass gruff pitch. Mm-hmm. You can start with, like, a sigh, just like a... Yeah. And like you find that where that like rumble in your throat is, and you just kind of work on that. Very cool. It's a lot easier than a lot of people will think, but yeah, if you're doing it wrong, you'll puke blood.
Yeah.
Try to not be so
You'll
loud
shred
too.
your larynx.
You don't need to scream at the top of your lungs.
Yeah, that's what I am. That's what I always wonder. Is
Yeah,
like,
you
with those
turn the
vocals-
PA up and just kind of just burp into the microphone.
Really?
You know, it's you.
That's how Zach does it.
Okay.
Yeah, Rob does. I do a lot more like lows than Rob, and Rob can push a lot harder than I can. But in my opinion, doing the lows, you're not trying to push super hard. It's all just let the microphone do more of the work.
Well, and I've been doing it wrong for a long time. I've just been spending the last couple days like trying not to like strain myself so heavily because sometimes I'll get like rib cramps like during a song and I still have to do vocals and I'll just push through it and it sucks really bad. I still push through it, but it sucks. So I'm like trying to do like the diaphragm thing, you know, and it's pretty much just push with your diaphragm, breathe with your stomach, and push as hard
Just
as
like
you can.
tighten up the back of your
Drink
throat.
a lot of water. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. And then I can with that I can get a lot of range. I can go from lows to highs, and it's just super quiet. Mm-hmm. And I'm used to like I've always done it the wrong way because I can hear myself better doing it.
Right.
But I want to start just making them push monitors.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's why monitors are cool.
Yeah. Like I just I don't need to fucking be mute and deaf. Like
yeah.
I don't need to go that far. You know, I'm already fucking deaf. So
what is the because I guess you guys would be referred to as it's an extreme type of metal, right?
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. So like, I mean, when a lot of people when I think extreme metal, I think Cradle of Filth because I know that's like a genre of itself or whatever. But like, you are an extreme genre of metal, and what is that scene like here?
Oh,
Phoenix?
dude,
It's kind
there's
of
a lot of sick
killing it
bands.
right now.
Yeah, it's
Are there?
There's a lot of sick
Yeah.
bands,
Because
man.
I know Gatecreeper because Chase was on the show, and
Cooper's killing it.
yeah, Gatecreeper's killing it, and I know Scattered Guts obviously.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, it's really kind of it.
Saintbreaker just got back from playing Full Terrasol out in Florida.
Who is this? I'm gonna write.
Moonback?
Oh,
Oh yeah, duh.
Moonback.
I totally forgot about Moonback. Of course, Moonback's sick.
Lago.
Lago.
Super sick.
Yeah.
Languish is from Tucson. It's,
Yeah, they're about
Sean
to play
Mears
with
from
Fister.
Decatur. He does vocals. They're super sick. Ugly from Prescott.
Hell
Yeah, we're about to be
Gotta roll
Yeah,
out
we're
with
gonna
those
do
boys.
we're gonna do a little weekend thing with them, and then dude, there's Skull Crush, which is like brand new.
Yeah,
It's so sick.
those dudes shred.
Um,
Bloodlust.
Bloodless.
Bloodlust
Fucking
is-
Bloodlust is
Slayer,
fucking
right,
tight.
everyone
It's
is that.
my dogs.
Yeah.
shit.
There's a
Dude,
lot.
there's a band called Burnout that just they played I think Mammoth Grinder or something
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
They're so
That
sick,
shit
dude.
was like,
I was in the
where
back.
fuck did these
Oh
guys
my
come
god! I
from
was in the
for a
back of the
second?
room, and all of a sudden I heard them start, and I'm like, "Oh god, I need to get up there. This
It
is
was
so good."
So destructive.
Intent's pretty sick.
Yeah, Intent. Oh man, there's so many.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot.
That's awesome. I
Sorry
had
if
no
we missed
idea.
you.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's cool. I had no idea because I like again, man, like being. I was in an indie band before this, like an indie fucking like pop rock band before this, and I've always kind of hung out in the indie scene and whatever, and it's very segregated on accident, kind of like no one really
Yeah.
knows who else
Yeah,
is
you
around.
don't see a lot of leak over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of the cool metal shows too, it's like they won't post the address. It's like you kind of just have to know where the
okay.
venue's at.
Know
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
Where do you guys like to play?
We play Club Red a
Out of
lot.
state.
Club Red is sick. Wall Street's getting back up. It's a cool little.
Oh, it's Cricket Pavilion.
Cricket Pavilion. Oh,
Yeah.
it's not Wall Street anymore.
No.
Shit, dude. Master Street Club Millionaire. Club Million. What are they called now, dude?
Club Million.
Club Million. Yeah, Club
I've
Million's
never
always
even heard
cool.
of this shit before.
They're all like little shacks.
Yeah, they're like a garage basically.
Illegitimate
But they're the
spaces,
shit.
but legitimate spaces.
Yeah, like
Did
the
you
only.
guys say Lunchbox?
beers.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lunchbox
yeah,
is
well,
tight.
I mean,
Yucca. Fucking love the Yucca.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yucca's always fun.
Rogue is cool too.
Rogue's tight.
Yeah.
Always treat us well. But yeah, a lot of them like, especially for just like the state bands, a lot of the more metal shows happen at these little like warehouse garage spots.
Hole in the wall bars.
Oh yeah.
And then Club
Fucking
Red.
Rips has some sick lineups.
Really?
Rips
Yeah,
gets some
Rips-
sick lineups
Yeah,
sometimes.
They do a lot of good, really a lot of good punk shows.
Yeah, Rips
A
has
lot
been doing good lately.
That's awesome.
Loser for they play there.
Yeah, they play a shit
Here and
ton.
there.
That's super cool. Yeah, so what? Where do you guys get the best crowd in those little hole in the wall like warehouses and shit?
I mean, they seem better because it's smaller. So
I feel that.
Yeah.
10 people feel
Depends on the show.
Room,
You know?
just in case.
Depends who you're playing with too. Yeah.
Yeah, that has a lot to do with
It
it.
really.
Like Club Red's really fun to play when you can get people there.
Yeah.
I feel like some
it's
days
sick.
are good and some days are bad, and it's really just up in the air for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
I hate
Prescott's
God, I know
always
what it
awesome,
is.
though.
Everyone
Yeah.
could come out. It could be a Saturday, and everybody just went to a show on Friday. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter what day it is. Doesn't really matter where you're playing. If people are available and they want to go, they're gonna go.
Yeah, metal fans
You
are
can't
pretty
really gauge
consistent
that.
with going to see bands they like.
That's so cool.
And
That's
like buying
very
merch and
different.
shit too. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the scene
Very
totally
supportive.
supports itself. Like
That's really cool.
Better
I mean,
than most on some scenes.
Yeah, no,
for
that-
sure.
Dude, a lot.
Most
a
scenes.
lot of them. Yeah,
I'd
like
say, yeah. That I've been in. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, I
We're
mean,
lucky.
Yeah.
everyone's very supportive.
Gray's our
like, bands and
crossover
stuff,
to the
too.
indie scene because he used to play in Forest Eater, so he would know.
Yeah, someone told
He
me.
would know, dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
That band Forest here.
Yeah.
That band.
Yeah, man, it's that. Yeah, no, the indie scene for sure is one of those where it's like they don't really go out to shows unless they know you or unless they're really like avid show goers who go to like all kinds of different shows.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah, they're going
whereas-
to every show or none.
Yeah, which is kind of like, but with you guys, with your style of music, it's so it's such a like a niche kind of cult thing where people are into that kind of shit. They're really into it and they're gonna go.
Yeah, well, it's very different too. You know, it's like not like I have people who are really close friends of mine who are like, yeah, I'm really glad you're in that band. It's really sick and shit. But like, I don't think I can handle it. You know, and I'm like, no, I'm like, that's cool. I get that. You know, like it's not for everybody. But
Yeah.
like, you know, the indie scene, it's a little more. You can like totally toss that to your old uncle, and he's gonna be like,
Old
yeah,
uncle
yeah,
or
it's
like
pretty
the
good. If
teenage
I,
daughter. Or
yeah, we
whatever.
throw this,
Yeah.
they're gonna be like, what
It's
the
a smaller
fuck is going on?
Yeah.
You know, it's
Pretty much
not
smaller.
everyone is into it.
It's a
It makes
smaller
it
market, but it's a more
difficult.
dedicated market.
Yeah, totally.
It's
I'd
definitely
say,
a more
yeah.
dedicated market, but it's definitely a lot harder to find people that are into it.
Yeah, I wonder which one's better. Like, I wonder if it's better to be in a genre that reaches farther to an audience that doesn't really care because they have plenty of other things that they can get the same or a similar kind of feel from, or something like with you guys where it's a smaller market, but all of those people are gonna fucking buy shit
Well,
and they're really into it. And
I'm thankful for dedicated people. That's more important. I mean,
To us, yeah, but I mean, it's gonna be.
100 people.
it's gonna be
to a
different
show
for
and
everyone.
None of them give a fuck, and then you could get 4 people to a show and then only give a fuck. You know?
Yeah.
And that's like 4 people that really care about it, or even just like dug it a little bit, is way better than having 100 people that just were on their phones.
Oh yeah, someone that'll actually like go to your next show.
Smoking
and then,
cigarettes.
It's like that 4
During
people,
your set.
adds up eventually, and I think that's more important than like
Oh,
having
yeah.
hundreds of people at your show every night and then go home and not know who you are.
ooh,
You know,
damn, shit. All right,
Yeah.
what's that band? I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just waiting
You
to
know?
see who's ever playing
That's
last. You
as
know.
far as they're gonna throw it. They're not gonna
Mm.
go around asking people, "Hey, what was that band?" Unless they really like it. But
Yeah.
that's the beauty of having dedicated fans is they actually really like it.
Yeah.
They really like it. That's more important.
fuck yeah. Where did the name come from?
The Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
It's the planet that movie takes place on.
Oh, okay. I've never.
It's a Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
He
a
published
fucking awesome
Dr.
movie.
Seuss, and he also did the Muppets.
Yeah, I know Jim Henson. I just
He's the
didn't know
reason
that-
you had a childhood.
Yeah.
I mean, Jim Henson, didn't he do Labyrinth too?
Yeah.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Matt.
People always get the Labyrinth and Dark Crystal mixed
Yeah,
up
they do.
though.
I know.
They
And
do.
I'm like
They're
David
like
Bowie
the
is
same-
Should
not
watch
the
Dark
Yeah.
Crystal. It's actually
Yeah,
a really
David
badass
Bowie.
movie. It's like pretty.
Oh, it's fucking awesome.
It's very dark for a puppet movie.
Yeah, as
Like,
far
it's-
as puppets
it's
go,
pretty
it's
gnarly.
fucking heavy.
It's really sick though.
Dying masters and
Yeah.
Oh,
treks across
Skeksis,
fucking.
what's going on, man?
Duh.
You don't understand it till you watch it the second time.
Yeah, especially if the first time when you watch it is like
When you're a kid.
yeah, I watched it when I was
Oh,
a kid.
dude, when I went back and watched it, like when I was like, 19, 20, I was like, oh my god,
Yeah.
this is so
This is
cool.
sick.
Yeah.
I didn't even get it. It's so sick.
Yeah, it just looks cool when you're a kid and you're like, oh, that guy died.
That's fucking awesome, man. I was thinking about that the other day about shit that scares you as a kid that like maybe they shouldn't have put in little kids movies? Like that happened.
That one scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, for sure.
Yeah. Like 80s and 90s that happened way more often. But I was even thinking about the fucking Care Bears movie. I don't know if you guys, when you were really little, saw that shit. Oh, yeah. Or if you just got really fucked up and watched it recently. But like the bad, like the evil witch thing that's in the Care Bears movie. It's like a book with a face or some shit like that. Was like tearing like black holes into the sky and shit. It was fucking freaky, man.
Kid shows nowadays get super heavy.
Yeah,
they get super heavy. You're like,
yeah, those drop those deep cuts on you, dude. Just like
they do. It's in everything. It's in adult cartoons too. Everything is kind of like you got BoJack and Rick and Morty and all this kind of shit. Like everything is just going darker and darker.
I kind of like it though. They'll slip those weird subliminal things in the cartoons, and it's like, you know, as a little kid you don't really get it, but you kind of get to like a sense of what they're trying to say.
When you come back to it, you get it.
Yeah,
yeah.
Little subliminal.
Years, 13, 14.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, art reflects the culture and the times, right?
That's why, definitely. Like
during times of greater cultural stress and fear, more horror movies statistically are made and are way more popular. Same way with extreme forms of music and dark stuff. Like it always reflects what's going on at the time.
Oh yeah.
I mean, during like the AIDS epidemic, for instance, you had a bunch of fucking movies about disease, and you had horror movies about disease and all this kind of shit. Like it's always reflective like that. So it makes sense that in today's era, like we have so much of that coming through. It's becoming It's like we're self-aware, but we're not self-aware at the same time. Like it's real weird.
It's unconscious.
Yeah.
It's our unconscious being.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's weird, man.
It definitely exists.
Yeah.
But we don't realize it.
Yeah, for sure. It's the shadow. It's fucking cool though, man. It's super interesting. And so as far as like themes go with the writing of the music and the lyrical concepts, where are you guys at? What do you rely on heavily, I guess, in your themes?
Robbie writes like all of the music, and then I'll just kind of I'll come up with some of the lyrics.
I read some lyrics.
Yeah,
I mean, we suck.
Suck. Robbie does most of it.
Bottom line, we fucking suck. We don't know. I mean,
hey man, I think it's badass.
To whatever we can think of, I guess. It's not really like specific.
It's really slow, like organic. We don't try to just like sit down and like write a song. It's like
kind
over
of
time.
When it comes to us.
Yeah, the song's just kind of.
Yeah, we don't really try to be super specific with our lyrics. So it can kind of be about whatever anyone wants it to be about. But
yeah,
we don't really
you change stuff with
like
a lot.
Yeah, we change stuff.
Yeah,
it's just randomly.
We only have 3 songs
recorded,
you know. Can change everything.
Yeah, well, some of the stuff isn't like set in stone.
Yeah.
You know? So some of it's just like this is a working piece right now. We're still kind of lyrics we're slow with. You know, we won't get that until like 3 weeks before we're going to
Literally.
That's gonna be how it goes. And then
work best under pressure.
Yeah.
So who did you guys record with? Do you have the same person you go to, or?
His name was Zach.
We did it at GCC. It was one of those like kind of like project type recordings. He was taking the audio engineering class.
I've been there. Yeah.
It was like it could have been better a lot on our part. We did it with our old drummer. We weren't really prepared vocal wise. It was just me personally. I'm not too proud of the demo. Just gonna throw that out there. We can do way better.
It doesn't suck.
Come to our shows. We sound.
It sounds way the fuck better than most demos.
You go to our show and you'll listen to the demo and you'll be like, "Oh, it sucks."
All right,
I mean,
there.
yeah, like we were in a hurry.
Like we played the songs right, but yeah, we could have taken a lot more time on how things are sounding, on just the overall presentation of it. We kind of rushed that one. We're in a weird transitional period as a band, so we were trying to get like heavy music out as soon as we could. Because me and Rob used to be like a stoner rock jam band.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Pocket Leaf.
Pocket Leaf never dies.
Pocket Leaf. Yeah, so the demo was kind of just like we wanted to get music out, and it really helped us. We were able to like send stuff out to be able to like get on the shows we want to play instead of just be like, "Hey, can I get on this bill?"
Totally.
So it was a huge thing for us to do, but next one's where it's at.
Yeah, we're planning it. Well, I think we know exactly more or less what we're gonna do for like the next couple of years, instead of like what we were before we put out the demo, which was,
Yeah.
So now we kind of have like a set in stone idea of how things are gonna go.
You have any idea when or where you're gonna record?
Not anymore.
No, not really.
Actually, we'll be able to do it with the guy that we were planning on doing it with. He's a buddy of mine. He does Sound at Club Rad. His name's Travis.
Oh, very
He's
cool.
Super rad. He's gonna fucking do a live recording. We're gonna mix it. He's gonna mix it, and then we're gonna do vocals separately. And
Hell yeah.
super simple. Probably like 3 or 4 hours in one day. Do 5 songs. Call it a day.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's how I've always done
High
it.
hopes, man.
I
how I've
feel
always
like
done it.
our style too. That's kind of if it was like too polished, it kind of wouldn't have the
Absolutely.
same.
Yeah,
it wouldn't
no,
have.
we're just
it wouldn't
gonna
have.
live.
If we like went in and did like all this crazy multi-tracking and shit, it would just sound fucking weird.
And that's what I don't
Wouldn't
like
sound-
about.
It wouldn't be sludgy.
Yeah, see, that's what I like about sludge.
It'd be
Sludge
too
isn't
crisp.
like that, and then
It's
that's
dirty.
why
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like tech death. Is because
Yeah,
like in
you can-
order for tech death to be
Polish.
clear, like I guess
Yeah.
it needs to be like really polished.
You
And I just
have to
don't like
trigger
it.
the drums. You have to like.
I hate the
MIDI
drum
the
triggers.
bass. Yeah,
that's my
it's-
biggest thing about metal. Like it's hard. Like death, like black metal, you don't get a lot of triggers because it's a little
You
bit
can
more
play
raw.
a lot slower in
You can
black.
still get
Tempos are
triggers
usually
in black.
way lower.
But like death metal, it's like half and half. Either it's like
Yeah.
triggered the fuck out and it doesn't right, and I
Depends
don't
on what
like it.
Yeah.
kind of death metal you're playing.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that,
sometimes triggers can sound good.
Yeah, for sure.
Sometimes
like, there's a lot of bands. That
it
do
depends
that.
on the song. It depends on like the person drumming.
Yeah.
And how good the production is. Like you'll have
Yeah.
bands who are teeny tiny just starting out who don't have a lot of money, but they have access to an okay studio, and then they just like trigger the shit out of everything, and it just
sounds
doesn't
like clicks and
yeah
taps.
Like it
yeah.
sounds polished, but not nice. Not like
Sounds
you're spending money
robotic.
on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of triggers. I mean, for certain
use
for certain
amps.
for certain genres,
Yeah.
fuck yeah,
Yeah, fuck
definitely.
a trigger. Just get
Like
an amp,
super,
dude.
yeah, right.
Throw
I
a
know.
microphone
Just
in
get a
that
little,
kick drum and put it
get
to
that,
an
get a
amp.
little.
Can you
lamp
kind
right
of
there.
explain what triggers? Because we've been talking about them a lot, and some people might not know. Like, can you explain exactly like how those work?
It's like a compressor for your
Yeah.
drum, so it like you mic up everything that's going to be triggered, and it like detects a hit, but you don't have to play it hard to
Yeah.
get like a full
The
sound.
output is going to be the same.
It's like a
every
set
time you-
level. It's like a
yeah.
leveler, you know. So like no matter how hard
It makes
you
it
hit
so
it,
you
it's
don't have
just
to be
gonna-
as dynamic with your feet. Like you can
do little.
you can just get like a really good rhythm, but that way you're not having to push through, which makes sense because I mean like
You don't have
fucking
to, like-
cattle decapitation, like that shit's crazy.
Exactly,
You know,
yeah.
like you can't expect
You're
someone
gonna
to
fucking-
play that shit without.
But they have the money to make that shit sound
Yeah.
really good, so
Exactly.
it doesn't bother me.
A
It's
good
like-
And
trigger
it's
set
not
is
like a way of
expensive.
cheating by any means. It's not.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
that's
You actually have
just
to be
because you.
better to use
Yeah, just because
triggers.
if you're playing triggers doesn't mean you're like copying out or anything. It's just it's just not realistic to play. You know, if you want it all to sound the same. That's like what good drumming is every
Yeah.
hit, every hit is the same and it sounds the same. Like you're not hitting the snare one time harder than the next time, or hitting your crash harder on one hit, and then like that's so it just makes it a little bit easier to do that, and then they can play way crazier shit. You know?
So I
Yeah.
guess in a way it is kind of cheating.
But no, cheating is
But
like
not
there are
really.
some
Not the way people-
drummers who do kind of use the cheat. Like there's
Yeah,
some
you can
big,
like triple
really
your
big
kicks out.
Yeah, well no, there's like really big black metal bands too that trigger the whole kit, and it's like you don't
Like who?
you don't have to do that. I know that dude Nick Barker used to play for Dimmu Borgir a
I was
long
about to say
time
Dimmu
ago.
Borgir, yeah.
he triggered his whole kit for sure. I mean that was a long time ago, but I mean I'm sure they
He's
still
just
do.
tired, you know. He's not trying to hit the drums.
Fat drummer, dude. He's fucking awesome,
Yeah, I'm
dude.
pretty sure Lars
I love fat
Ulrich
drummers.
triggers.
He could use some triggers,
He
dude.
just plays.
He
Fucking
could use some
quarter
I'm
notes.
getting a little old.
He could use
I
a
think
trigger
he
too,
popped
dude.
out to that a while ago.
Oh man, fuck.
Let's not even go.
Trying
there.
to
What he does
get
with his
that
Napster money.
dude.
Oh yeah, look at that shit. We both said at the same time.
Let's just skip the Lars Ulrich train. I don't want to.
We can, yeah,
I
we'll
don't
get,
want to bum myself.
we can get
Lost.
right off.
We can,
it.
we can wait for the next one.
Do you guys wait? I'm gonna before we get off the Lars Ulrich train. I'm sure you guys have seen it. It's this amazing shirt. but it's the shirt with what's his fuck the guy that died.
Is it the should have been Lars?
Yeah, it should have been Lars.
God, yeah,
It should have, dude.
I don't think I've seen the shirt, but I've definitely seen the meme.
Yeah,
It should have been. It just,
First time I saw it, I was like, "What are they talking about?" I was like, "Oh, that's
100%
pretty,
agree, dude.
It's pretty dark."
yeah, some good shit. It's
didn't they
super
like
funny.
swap bunks that night too, or something?
Something like that.
There was some
That's
weird
the story.
shit.
It's a
Yeah.
freaking horror
Yeah.
story.
He
It
killed
should have
him.
actually been
Scary,
Lars.
sad.
No,
That is-
he set him up, dude. Sure.
Lars put the ice
This
on the
fucker's
road.
too good. I gotta get him out of here.
I will be the drummer of Metallica.
All right, off the train now.
Off the
Yeah,
train.
no
Do
more
you guys,
guys.
No more laws.
do you guys listen to or do you know Volturi?
Nope.
No.
Fuck. Okay, so there's one of these
It's a deep
bands. One of these bands who actually has hundreds of thousands of listens on Spotify. They've got tons of articles written about them, but I can't find fucking anybody who listens to them, and I'm like super into them right now. So I thought I'd just throw that out there. Never mind.
Oh, man,
it's
that's a
just
deep one.
it's
Must
just
be
it's-
like a big European following or something.
maybe yeah. They're death metal.
Yeah, probably.
But it sounds super good. But yeah, it's just like really gory death
One
metal.
more time, what was the name?
Volturion, I think is how you say it.
Like you are.
Like
ION.
VOLTURY, some shit. Yeah, I don't know.
YouTube will figure it out.
Yeah, no, they're
Start to type,
Google
it'll
fix
finish.
Fix
yeah.
it
It's just
for
like it's just really well produced, gory death metal. It sounds
Right on.
it's
Nice.
really catchy kind of shit. So now as far as like with you guys' recording setup, everything is just live for the most part, right? Everyone's just kind of getting into a room and
Yeah, we
going.
mic everything up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
We're bad at overdubs.
Yeah, we're gonna try one day, but whatever.
No.
We'll get to that
No.
bridge when we cross it. Every time we have to record, we'll just figure it out.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah,
Have you guys been in bands prior to this, other than Pocket Leaf?
No.
I was in
Ray
like
has.
Yeah, I've been in
Yeah.
I've been in a shitload of band. I'm a little bit older than them.
Yeah.
I'm 29, they're like 23. But yeah, I've been playing in bands forever since I was in like 7th or 8th grade. So,
Got it. Any notables around the scene of the last few years?
huh?
Any notable ones from the last few years?
I mean, my last band, this band Forest Eater, they're still currently doing shit.
Okay.
Bob Hogue plays for them now.
Yeah,
He's
I've
an
heard the name
amazing
before.
drummer.
Dude, you guys should record with
That's
Bob.
pretty much
With
it.
Demise.
I don't know. I
You guys
used
should
to-
record with Bob.
I don't think he'd want it.
I don't think I don't know. He'd probably
I
not
would
be
love
down.
to hear that
I think
shit.
he'd just kind of be a little upset.
But yeah, I played when I was in high school. I played in a band, like a hardcore metal band, I guess, called Desolate Demise, and
Very
we used
cool.
to actually play some pretty sick shows back then.
Hell
Open
yeah.
for like Job for a Cowboy and
Oh yeah, because they were locals,
Faceless,
right? Back in the
yeah.
day.
Faceless.
Faceless,
Even
shit.
Suicide Silence too. We played with back then. We played with Suicide Silence twice, and then like I remember like I kind of got out of the heavier scene, you know, and I actually didn't play drums for a couple years, and I remember like just seeing like holy fuck, they're playing like they're headlining like the biggest metal festivals in the world.
Yeah.
And then he died. So,
And
And then he died.
but yeah,
And
that was a long time ago.
Faceless are hot as fuck right now
Faceless
too.
are
I don't know.
I'm
I'm not
gonna
saying
correct you
I'm
there.
not saying that I
Well,
love them, but they are doing really well.
Yeah.
The guy is like
I was listening to Vehemence again the other day.
kind of a shithead.
Is
Do you
he?
remember that band?
Yeah,
Vehemence?
bro.
I don't
still
like
do
the.
stuff,
I don't.
They're fucking
Here's the thing with
sick, dude.
Faceless
Their
is
first record's
I'm like
so good.
super into it, and then as soon as the clean singing starts, I hate his voice. I just hate his
There's
voice.
a lot of people that are mad at him right now.
Why?
Because he's well, you know that they've gone through like 80 members
Yeah.
in the last like 3 years. It's because the dude is like, he's kind of a druggie and he fucking doesn't really give like a show when he plays a show. Like they were here not that long ago, and he was like not really there.
Really?
It was sad.
Oh, were you working that show?
Yeah, I worked that show, and it just was like not inspiring in it. By any means, you know,
What
and,
venue was
like,
that?
Mailed it in.
What's up?
What venue was that?
It was at Club Red.
Oh,
I
okay.
work at Club Red.
Oh, very cool. My buddy Ray works at Club Red.
Yeah, I know Ray.
Ray.
Yeah,
Yeah, I work with Ray. He's a good
Ray's,
dude.
Ray's dope.
It's wild.
Yeah, he got that sick Decatur shirt.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, he did
Decatur
that,
fucking. Oh
that
my god.
windbreaker.
Yeah.
dude, super sick.
Decatur kicked my ass. They were. I had no idea they were local until
Really?
he came to work with that fucking Decatur
I think
jacket.
they're from Tucson.
They're from Tucson.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
But
pretty fucking.
I heard that record just because I was like, look, there's got to be some core out there that's
Right.
been put out this week that I like. Because generally I hate deathcore, metalcore,
Right.
like as a kind of a general rule. But I was looking. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna find something that I like, and I found that that new Decatur release, and it fucking destroyed me, dude.
Yeah, no, I worked that show too, and that was really awesome. That a lot of those
Tucson's fucking sick right
yeah,
now.
Tucson
Honestly,
has a lot of super great underground bands. Like, they've always had like North, and I mean even parts of Gay Creeper are from Tucson.
Yeah.
And then you have like Suicide Forest,
Chaos
Forest
Ladder.
is kind of like one of those old ones. What was it?
Chaos Ladder, Napalm Strike.
Oh, dude, the hump, dude.
Yeah,
Dude, it's everywhere in Arizona. It's just this like the Southwest.
There's little pockets.
Everything's so far away from each other. You know? Like you go to the East Coast and like you can drive a state 4 hours away and you're in a different state.
Yeah.
And, you know, like the longest drive or the shortest drive could be 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know, you can play in a different city in the same state and only be there or driving for like 45 minutes.
Totally.
You know? It's tight out there, and then it's tough out here because everything is so spread out. California's like 3 days. You know, so it's just like we're lucky to have our own little thing. It's like really good, you know, to have good bands out here that people are willing to like travel.
You can actually play a show down the street and it's
stuff
tight.
coming out of here that's super sick.
It seems like it. I'm definitely keeping my eyes out, my ears open for it, man. It sounds like it's gonna be a good time.
There's a lot of bands.
October
Metal
25th,
bands in
we have
Arizona.
like.
It's pretty crazy.
You should come to the one on the 25th at the Lunchbox. We have like 6 other bands playing.
Dude, I love Lunchbox.
Yeah, it's like.
sick.
It's
Oh,
my birthday.
Ceramented?
Yeah.
Totally one we forgot to shout out, dude.
Oh, yeah,
Ceramented is
Ceramented.
probably one of my favorite bands, dude.
Yeah, definitely.
No guitars.
Yeah,
No
two
guitar.
bass players, two vocals, two bass players.
Yeah, basically.
Ceramented is fucking sick.
Yes.
Yeah, they're
They
playing.
should just get another drummer too. Just like have
Just to even it out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just destroy
They
it.
should really just go
I mean,
for
even
it.
Collapsing is fucking amazing too.
Collapsing, yeah, there's way too many. Like,
Do you guys ever cross over with like some of the noise stuff?
Oh yeah, when we play Tucson, there's a lot of noise that happens in Tucson. Not here in Phoenix as much because there's so many bands out here.
yeah.
Like Tucson, a lot of the bands will travel a lot. You know, they won't play at home.
I think
as
both
often,
times
but
we
the noise
played.
bands will always play, and that's always really cool.
It's
Yeah.
cool. It's a cool way to like start the night out, especially just like big old ambient noise set, and then just like the bands finish everything.
Yeah,
out.
totally. Like I'm friends with the dudes over in Erico, but they ex-consumer. They used to be consumer.
Oh,
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Sean.
Sean, yeah,
Sean's so tight, dude.
yeah. And they're a perfect like opening noise band that just kind of gets everyone
Yeah.
fucking sweaty and
It's,
whatever.
it set the anxiety, you know?
Yeah, set the anxiety.
It's good shit, dude.
That's fucking rad. Yeah, no, it is, man, for sure. It's just weird music to get into, but it's sick. Especially when you got vocalists going through like 8 different pedals.
Yeah. I mean, we'll do noise in our set in between songs, like a lot of just
Feedback.
uncomfortable moments of oscillation and
I
feedback.
got a
and
weird
just-
delay pedal that can make it sound crazy and all that. It just starts
Yeah.
oscillating and getting loud.
We're definitely
Dude,
trying to incorporate a lot more of that.
Even like Holy Faun would be a fucking sick band.
Did you go to that show? They played recently, right?
Yeah, they just played. They were at Crescent. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah.
They were at Crescent opening for Covet and Polyphia and a bunch of other people.
Did you
Oh,
see?
Hail the song or whatever.
I think it was Rotting Yellow played that show. Was
Yeah,
it?
Rotting Yellow.
Yeah, those guys are tight.
Mhm. I know
Those guys are fucking cool.
I know Heather, who's in that band. What's her name?
Kaz is in Ceramented and Roddy.
Yeah, Kaz
is
bass player.
Very cool.
Great bass player. Great bass player.
All around solid guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Good guy.
Hell yeah, man. So as far as like getting something together, are you guys thinking like doing a full length or just like a little EP?
Yeah.
It's
or
gonna
what?
be the shortest full length you could probably get. Your
No, we have
Well, the
2
songs
songs
are
over
long.
10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a full length. It's gonna be a full
It's a half
full
full.
length.
Half full, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna be ish. You know.
That's
It's gonna
cool.
be.
I would love that because I've been listening to a shit ton of albums this year, and everyone's putting out albums over an hour long, and like 2% of them should have been that long.
We'll see. We don't know.
But like you guys will make it work.
It'll probably just be straightforward. It won't have like, you know how like some albums will have like sound clips and shit.
Yeah.
It'll probably just
Yeah.
be like our sound clips are our noise like in between songs. It won't be like
Because we're gonna try to record it as one track, like one take as we can.
yeah, we're gonna do 3 long ass takes.
Yeah.
And then
Just
like
marathon
over
sessions.
The matter of 5 hours, hopefully get like each song like, one time.
That's how you get a good album.
That would be
though,
cool,
You know,
actually.
you can
I
like
mean,
hear the
there's a lot of
continuity.
good
Turn the
bands
air
that
conditioning
just
off.
do it.
Just sweat together.
Oh, dude, our
Lord.
amps idle
Yeah.
so loudly. I have the
Yeah.
loudest
I feel
fan
it.
in the world
Yeah,
in my
my
head.
tuner barely even. It just started, like.
Yeah,
cutting
we have
everything
the
out.
loudest idle sounds in the world. We can have fans, mini fridge, can be grilling. We're chill.
Jackhammer.
Yeah, it's cool.
Pretty much
It's
a party
cool.
when our amps are on.
I can yell at Rob like no one can
Yeah, you
hear
can
it.
feel the
Yeah.
pressure in the room when we're
Dude, my
you
jaw
you
gets
feel
a
like you're
cramp
being
every once in
squeezed a
while.
little bit,
Like, it's pretty fucking
Yeah,
annoying.
it's fun, dude.
especially now that I got my amp.
Hell yeah.
Really getting it.
Yeah, dude, it's
It's coming with us to Vegas too.
You know, this is kind of a
bringing the guy.
This is kind of it's not controversial, kind of a hot take, I guess. When I was a kid, so I was originally a drummer. I took drum lessons for many years,
Right.
and that's kind of where my beginnings of music are. And at the time, I mean, I was like 13, 14. I was really into Slipknot, which is like most teenagers, right?
Yeah.
And I got the Joey Jordison signature Pearl snare drum, and I swear to God, it's one of the best pieces of like equipment I've ever used in
Really?
my life. Like, it's weird to say, but
I mean, not really. That guy's a really accomplished drummer.
'Cause,
Like,
like,
people
it's-
can say whatever they want about Slipknot. That guy's a
It's
fucking
huge.
badass.
So here's the thing. It's fat.
He is,
It's
man.
like it's a fat ass maple drum, so you can turn it down and get that fucking huge,
Yeah.
like Pantera sounding
Hey, if it's
gargantuan
maple,
sound.
it's good.
But you can also crank it up and get that insane pop that he uses.
Kind of piccolo sound.
See,
Yeah.
the way I would normally look at it is like when you buy like a skateboard deck that's already put together, kind of. It's
Yeah,
like
that makes
name
sense.
brand,
Yeah.
but it depends on what they put into it.
Some
like,
shit's
it's
good
not just
stock,
like-
dude.
Drums are
Yeah,
Dude, he's got
drums
he's
are
got a
really
signature
weird.
bass
That's why
too.
I
It's
don't
fucking
necessarily
tight.
Drums
wanna,
are
like,
weird. You can-
put it to that.
You can find
because-
really cheap
that blood
shit
splatter
that's
one.
super, super good. Like, you don't have to buy a fucking
Totally.
$900 snare. If you just know how to tune it, it's gonna sound
Literally.
fucking
But, dude, most-
A lot of
most
people
your
lose
problem
track of
comes
how
from not
important
knowing how
that
to tune
is.
your
If
drum.
you're
Good
not
skin
okay,
on it,
if
too,
you're
you're
listening to
fucking-
this,
That's the first thing everyone
if you're
should
listening to
learn.
this and you're not in a band, you would be shocked at how many drummers don't know how to tune their fucking drums.
Oh my god.
It's like the
yeah.
sound guy's number one problem with any band.
This is
Yeah, I know.
Like, sound guys will hate you. Learn how
Yeah.
to tune your drum.
And it's
Sound
not,
guys used to
and there's
hate
so
us.
many ways to do it now.
Yes,
they
they
have
did.
like tune bots and shit. I even use a tune bot like if I when I put on my heads just to get everything equal, and then I'll get my sound from there. But
Yeah,
it's really easy. It's YouTube.
it is easy, but they just don't-
$60 in YouTube.
YouTube.
like
man.
drummers
Yeah.
because it's also I think because the gear is so expensive, people
Yeah.
don't invest that much money in them because they don't have that money.
Well,
Yeah.
if
You blew it
wanna
all.
be
But
a
again, that's
drummer,
something you don't have to.
you
Like,
better
you don't
be
have to go
rich.
buy a top of the line head. You don't have to
Yeah.
go buy a fucking Evans EMAD $50 bass
Mm-hmm.
drum head. You can go get a single ply head and just tune it right, and it'll sound just as good.
Totally. I think
Put
one of
some
my
fucking tape on it. You know?
one of my favorite little pieces of
Those gummy
Straight up,
drums?
dude.
yeah, and I hate like snare drums where the shit's hanging down and you can hear it. Like,
Yeah.
dude,
Pretty bad.
Snare is the trickiest one to tune that for sure.
for sure.
Snare's
yeah.
a bitch to tune.
Yeah, I remember when I was playing drums, I had like the Evans made this like these. I guess they're really popular, but like it's like bulletproof Kevlar shit that you put on your bass drum, like just over the
Where like the
over
beater
pad.
is? Yeah.
Where the beater is. I love that shit.
Yeah, I have one that's like kind of clicky, so it sticks there a little bit more.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know who makes it. It's one of the cheaper ones, but it sounds really good,
Got
and
it.
it makes my drum heads last. If I didn't have that, I'd break a fucking bass drum head like once a week.
Do you have that issue? Do you play really hard? Do you go through shit quick?
I don't have to now. Not really. Not. I mean, when I was first playing with them, I was because I hadn't played metal like this in a long time, and so I was really trying to like keep up and push. But now I'm comfortable, so now like you notice my heads look a lot more cleaner. Yeah. But and now that I have that fucking amp in the room, I don't have to push as hard. Thank
That's
God,
awesome.
because
Yeah.
that was a problem. You know,
Yeah,
you
it
can't
was
play
really-
comfortably like
yeah.
that.
See, the master kits are beautiful drum sets, but they're more jazz kitty.
Yeah.
You know, like they're more for jazz and
It's
like.
not a 28-inch bass
Yeah,
drum.
we're not. You know, you're not doing. Thump,
Maybe
you're
one
doing
day.
Maybe one.
You know, it's
What is
like-
it? The
I
new
rocked a
30-30?
24-inch bass drum all day.
Get the
Dude, yeah,
30-30, dude.
Shit's sick.
One
dude.
day.
30.
One day.
What was that one on Craigslist? Like 28 or something? Like
Oh my
it's
God, yeah.
monster 28 inch.
I don't think they make.
Dude,
I don't think they
Mike
make a
has
case for that.
54-inch or
It's
whatever.
just a marching bass drum.
It was probably like this wide.
Right.
Dude, that's what the chick that plays for Black Angels plays a pretty funky kit. Sounds good though.
Dude from Yob uses a huge bass drum.
Yeah.
Boris too.
They use the 30. They use the 30.
That's a
30.
band I forgot to mention. I fucking love Boris. That's like one of my favorite bands.
Boris.
Yeah, I listen to them all the time.
Yob's cool. I wasn't super into the new Yob record.
Me either.
They're old, you know. I think it's maturing good. It's definitely not my favorite Yob record.
Angry enough.
Hey, yeah, he's not angry anymore. He almost died. He's trying to
I'd be
enjoy
angry as
life.
fuck
He's just happy
if I
to be
was
alive.
that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
Exactly. He's just stoked he didn't fucking die.
It's
He's
not
just-
a bad album.
Yeah.
But it's
really
not.
good.
It's not. You know, like
old Yob.
the Unreal Never Lived. It's not Atma. It's not.
That's fine. Yeah.
But it's a good album. It sounds really good.
It's still Yob.
It's
It's
exactly.
still
I wish they could have played that show.
Me too.
I really wanted to go to that, but
Did they not play when they were when?
No.
They didn't just play with Tribulation, or they were supposed to.
No,
right?
that was Paul Bearer.
Yeah, that was Paul Bearer.
They were gonna come with Acid King and Church, but with a V instead of a U.
Traverse.
I think his
That's
throat.
right.
His throat wasn't feeling.
That makes
right.
sense. I was talking.
Yeah, he was not feeling good.
I was talking to their manager or publicist, somebody. I was talking to somebody in charge of Yob, and they were going to come on the show, and then I didn't hear back, so I guess that's what happened.
Yeah, he was not feeling hot.
Yeah, his throat was like messing up.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that Tribulation show is fucking crazy though.
Tribulation's
like Paul Bearer.
sick.
Yeah, Tribulation's pretty cool. I felt like their new album was just kind of like business as usual. Like I didn't really get anything kind of new. From it.
I've
When you're
completely
good, you're
lost
good.
interest in Paul Bearer.
Me too.
Oh yeah,
Me
no.
too.
Paul
I'm
Bearer.
really upset with how
Their
it's
first
turned
album
out.
was good.
Baroness did it right.
Baroness for
Baroness
sure.
like
Yeah, they're
went
still-
softer and didn't like ruin it for everybody. Still kind of
Still writing good songs.
I don't know. I'm always disappointed in everybody.
It's hard to be heavy when you're fucking like not sleeping in a bus and you can get these guitars thrown at you. You know, it's hard to be that
there's
angry.
a lot of bands that do it though.
Slayer, bro.
Yeah, you know, it's like, well,
Yeah.
because that's when
just
you hit your formula.
That's
like
people
when you
don't
hit
wanna
your
do the same
formula.
thing
Or
with their
Cannibal
whole
Corpse.
entire life.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some bands can put the same album out for 40 years and it's
Yeah, but have you?
I love
listened to,
Iron
like,
Maiden.
all of Cannibal Corpse. It's not the same album.
Yeah.
no, but it's still fucking tight. Obviously,
Fight.
dude.
Yeah, you're a big Cannibal Corpse guy. What a shock.
Yeah.
What a shock.
What
What
a
a
shock.
shock.
The first thing he says is, I listen to a little old school death metal. And I was like, oh, you like Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah.
No, they're
Cannibal
sick.
Corpse,
What's your
Morbid
favorite
Angel,
Cannibal Corpse
you know.
album?
Dude, honestly, my favorite song, just in general, is Hammer Smash Phase.
Classic.
In general,
It's
not
classic.
even.
In
not
general.
overall of everything, like Hammer Smash Face is definitely one of my favorite like riffs.
Yeah,
you know,
it's awesome.
Oh, man. Anyways,
I'm gonna
my
say
favorite
Gore
album,
Obsessed.
though, I would have to say is probably like kind of more newer stuff, like Evisceration Plague.
Yeah.
Like that shit's fucking so like
Evisceration Plague
it's
is great.
fresh, but it's still Cannibal Corpse.
Dude,
Yeah.
the new one they put out was fucking good.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Even Kill,
what is
the one
it?
that came out like 4 years
Red
ago?
is the new black or
Some
what?
red,
Yeah,
some red album.
Yeah. No, they're definitely a band.
They're
that's like-
solid, dude. Alex
There are
Webster is
bands
one of my
that can
favorite bass players
continuously do
too.
it, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? And like that's
And they continue, like you said, it's not exactly the same thing, and the production's a little bit different each time, and it just like
Yeah,
it sounds
yeah.
Change their equipment up too.
Yeah.
Get different tones in and stuff,
Right.
which is
dude.
important.
I mean, there's a lot of bands that do what they do that just go under the radar.
Yeah.
And
Of course.
I mean, not exactly Cannibal Corpse, obviously, but are consistent in putting out good shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a lot of bands out there. There's this music is kind of oversaturated in a way.
Oh, totally is.
Especially in
Totally
metal,
is.
especially, you know, everybody is doing it. And that's cool. I don't give a shit.
I get you.
But,
Fuck with that.
yeah.
When you were talking about bands like Cannibal Corpse, it made me think of Necrophagia. Is that what they're called?
Necrophagus.
Necrophagia. Yeah.
Fuck
yeah,
yeah, that
yeah.
band's awesome. I saw them a long time ago here.
Really?
Yeah, it was amazing.
I never got into them.
I only really had one record, but it's
Yeah.
It's a tight one.
fucking gnarly.
Wasn't one of the guys in that band? Didn't he make a bunch of fucked up horror movies? Didn't he
I
make
don't
like
know.
August Underground or some shit? There's like some really crazy found footage movie that one of the guys, I'm pretty sure, in that band did, and it's like the fucktest shit you've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Was that
it
the
surprised
dude
me.
who like ripped everyone off on the pre-orders?
I don't know that much about him.
I might be thinking of a different.
I think you're thinking of Ghost.
We can skip that train too.
Oh yeah, skip that train too.
Yeah. Let that one.
Well, we're having a
let that
metal
one ride
conversation,
by.
so they don't need to be in it.
Yeah, we'll
but,
be
like,
Exactly. They aren't in it.
they're not in it, but I like them still.
Who?
Ghost.
We'll forgive
I
you.
like Ghost. I don't like the new album at all.
We'll let that one slide.
I'm the
It's
conductor,
cool.
motherfucker. We can talk about Ghost. No, I get it. That's definitely one of those bands where, yeah.
One of those
It's
cheese
one of those
things,
bands
man.
that I'm glad everyone hates.
I like that song Majesty.
I mean,
I
gotta,
do. That
I gotta be
song's
honest
sick.
with you. Everyone that I know
but honestly,
fucking
that's-
loves them.
That's like the only song by them I really
Yeah.
like.
This is
Honestly.
why I only have 3 friends.
Honestly, that's the only song I like by them. But that song is tight as fuck.
They're fucking huge, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they're
kind
really
of
big.
it's gimmicky though for sure.
It's gimmicky as fuck, but it's self-aware. They know exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Like it's not anything new. They're
It's-
it's literally just Blue Oyster Cult with really cool outfits.
See, I never hear. I
Blue Oyster
never
Cult's way
hear the
sicker.
Blue Oyster Cult.
It took me
No.
a long time
I
to hear it.
never.
but I
Everyone.
hear it.
I love Blue Oyster Cult.
Yeah,
Everyone always
no,
tells
yeah.
you that, and I'm like, no.
I hear
Secret
like
Treaties, one of the best
Volbeat and like
records ever.
Five Finger Death.
Maybe. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. I
man,
hear a
right
lot
there.
more of that.
We're not
Like,
talking about
oh,
the same
yeah.
band.
I hear 97.9 a lot.
yeah. it sounds like KUPD to me, dude.
Oh, fuck
I
you,
I don't like when people put Blue Oyster Cult on that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not
no
fair. for
train,
Blue Oyster
you know?
Cult. Like,
DOC.
don't do that to
Alright,
Blue
shit.
Oyster Cult.
Blue Oyster Cult's fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, they are.
Means that they're gonna team up on you now.
It's fine. Dude, yeah, Fire of Unknown Origins is like one of the best records ever.
Secret Treaties.
Secret Treaties.
I'm obsessed with that record still.
Yeah.
I love that record. Yeah, it's so
Did I like Fire of Unknown Origin? You got fucking you got
Honestly,
Joan
all-
Crawford, Visitor from the
Yeah.
Grave on that fucking record, dude. Oh,
No,
it's-
Blue Oyster Cult is
You're the shit.
one of the more like underlooked.
I just saw them
rock
when they were here
bands.
too at the casino. It was fucking tight.
yeah.
Saw Randy Johnson there.
No shit.
Yeah, I was like, cool. He's a BOC fan.
Hell
Sick.
yeah.
Tight, dude.
Yeah,
Big,
dude, yeah.
Big
I was
unit.
like, oh, look at that.
Big
yeah.
Oyster Cult, dude.
Yeah, fucking badass.
That's awesome, man. So, what do you guys have planned for either the rest of this year or for next year? You guys have any plans to get out of town or anything?
Yeah. Tomorrow we're going to Las Vegas,
Cool.
and then the day after we're gonna hit Pasadena.
But
It's
this
like-
isn't going to be out yet, but it's good. Thank
Oh,
you.
for
I
sure.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
October, what is it? 19th and 20th, right?
Yeah. So yeah, Friday, October 19th, and then Saturday, October 20th.
Cool.
Yeah, we're doing Las Vegas first, and then Pasadena on Saturday.
Yeah, that one's gonna be fucking rad.
And then we're playing a show here on the 25th of October at the Lunchbox. We're just kind of doing our own thing. It's Matty Boy's birthday,
Nice.
so it's his 24th birthday. We just thought we would do something for him, so we got a bunch of local bands on it.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, and then we do San Diego
La Jolla,
that Friday. Yeah, La Jolla, and then
Shred Bundy.
Yeah.
Garden Grove on the 27th.
Very
And
cool.
then,
Oh yeah,
And
and
then-
Oh, yeah.
Dan.
Yeah, we're playing I Hate God and Cro-Mags on November 8th.
I heard about that shit. That's
Yeah.
fucking nuts, man.
It's gonna be tight.
It
Yeah,
still
we're
does,
pretty
still
excited.
doesn't feel real, and I've been
No,
telling
we're
myself
pretty-
that it's happening for the last
Yeah,
like
Cro-Mags-
couple weeks.
Cro-Mags is gonna be
pretty
like
stoked.
You gotta
Oh,
say
yeah.
what up to the singer dude, whatever his fucking name is, the crazy guy.
yeah. Right.
Oh, I don't think. So it's a weird it's like half Cro-Mags.
He's
It's
not
like
bad.
how Black
I don't
Flag
think
is flag,
Yeah,
but it's like
because I know who you're talking,
weird.
like the OG guy, right?
Yeah, he's like doing
He's
marathons and shit
he's
now.
like, yeah,
He was on Rogan.
Yeah, I don't think he's playing with them.
Okay, got it.
Or I'm not sure who's playing. I know it's like half of the original lineup, and then like one of the dudes from Sick of It All is playing, and then Leeway, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a Cro-Mags supergroup.
Whatever, it'll be tight.
Yeah, I think there's Cro-Mags and then the real Cro-Mags.
Yeah, they're like feuding over rights or some shit right now.
No,
or
that makes
something.
sense. I mean, it's exactly what happened with Black Flag. You've got they did Black Flag, which was Greg Ginn, and then a bunch of people who fucking hate him because he sucks. He's the worst. And then you had Flag, which was like Keith Morris. And all
Dude,
the other
I saw
fucking-
them at
Chuck.
Punk Rock Bowling a few years ago, and Keith Morris fucking sucked.
What?
It
Really?
was so bad. He
Really?
sounded awful, and it wasn't that like the sound was bad. He just sounded terrible and was being really obnoxious.
It doesn't surprise me.
It was pretty terrible. Yeah.
Oh man. He's fucking. He was the shit though, man.
Yeah. Oh no,
Like,
but yeah, that was not his prime at all. It was
No.
bad.
It was way
It was
past
disappointing.
Yeah, sometimes
man.
punk.
It's like,
I was like, oh cool,
it's like
I can
if you
see
go
Black
see
Flag, and then it
Danzig
was
now.
like,
It's just
oh,
sad.
I saw Black Flag. That kind of.
that sucks, man.
I'm glad that's never happened to me with the band. I've never been really disappointed. Like I saw Metallica, but I didn't have my hopes up high.
I don't know. I saw Lamb of God and was like, oh, wow, this is a way bigger venue than I wanted to see it at.
Oh yeah, you won
Well,
those
they're huge,
tickets or
yeah.
whatever.
man.
Yeah, but there was not that.
radio
It was not like there was a lot of people there, sure, but like the pit would have been like half of the marquee.
Oh, got it.
It was at Co-America, so there's like spots
what?
empty.
Yeah, that's the
like,
worst
it
place
was
you can see
Clutch,
them.
Some other band and Lamb of God. And it was just like
Clutch.
okay, yeah.
Clutch.
Not a big fan of Clutch. I
Me
get
neither.
why people like them,
I don't.
but
I don't.
If they're one of those, usually bands like that, I can understand. Like Radiohead's one of those bands where like I don't like them, I respect them, I respect.
fucking love Radiohead.
Yeah, I respect.
on the record.
I
On the
respect.
record.
I respect everyone's opinion who's into them. I completely understand, but I just don't like it.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it is.
I'm on that same page. I never caught that train
Yeah,
For
but
what?
for Radiohead.
Fuck you.
I like
Fuck.
Man,
But
the,
yeah,
the
Clutch-
only Radiohead I like is a ska cover set that Arrogant Sons of Bitches did, and I heard that first, and then I tried to listen to Radiohead, and all I heard was the ska versions, and I was like, I can't.
Not supposed
Well, yeah,
to.
that's
I can't
exactly
do
how
it.
it is with Clutch. I just don't. But no, it's not even like that with Clutch. Like with Clutch, I truly don't understand the appeal.
Yeah, there's nothing.
It's funny you said that.
I don't know, I had
The
to
only
listen to
Radiohead
it
song I
once.
ever like
It's
freaked
alright.
out over was a Prince cover. I saw that.
Dude,
video
In
and I was
Rainbows
like,
is
holy
tight.
shit.
All right. I
Well,
like
he's doing the whole
Radiohead.
fucking Suspiria soundtrack for the Suspiria remake. Like Tom York from Radiohead. Which is pretty
Are we talking covers?
Are
we
dude,
talking
you about
cover?
to drop some cover? What do you got, Rob?
Oh, dude, me and Matt were in our first band together. We played our first show together.
Oh Lord.
When we were like 15 or 16 years old, we wrote this like really like one riff song, and then our buddy Devin was a vocalist at the time, and he just did the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air like lyrics over it. So we'd play like this little riff that we wrote, and then like he would just rap
Yeah,
that
for
over
like
it.
2 minutes,
But,
just
like,
the
heavy,
same
like
like.
power violence, like fucking hardcore shit. It was pretty funny. We were stupid. We're still stupid.
It's not that stupid
We're just
anymore.
old stupid.
That's all good. Well, guys, thank you so much. We hit our fucking time. Thank you so much for coming
Oh,
over and
word.
hanging
Yeah,
out,
thank
man.
you.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm stoked for all the new music that you guys are gonna end up doing, and I'm stoked to keep listening to the old shit because it's all great.
Thanks
yeah.
for having us.
Yeah,
We
thank
appreciate
you.
it.
Dude, yeah, I fucking love you guys. Like every time I get into a comment thread about like local metal bands, or whatever, and I like write THRA, everyone's like, "Fuck yeah!" like
That's
you guys,
awesome.
like people are fucking stoked about you guys.
Well,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I'm one of them.
We're
Yeah,
stoked
that's
Thanks,
on
man.
cool
that.
to hear.
Cool, man. Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Get stoked. I want to say thank you so much to all of my Patreon supporters. Going to give a shout out to Allison Bills, Austin Carson, Every Show Joe, Bradley Palermo, Aubrey Hoffer, my mom, my grandma, Courtney Gallegos, Miguel Lopez, Bryce Koppel for donating the lights that we use for the YouTube videos, which I need to get back on because I haven't done them in a while, and Nicole Tegu for supporting the show, man. Thanks. Aw, shit, look at that. The episode's over, man. We're done. Episode is finished. Luckily, though, there are plenty of other older episodes hanging around the internet anywhere you'd like to find podcasts. iTunes, podcast apps like Stitcher or Podcast Addict for either the iPhone or the Android. My official Podbean website. I'm fucking everywhere, man. I'm building an empire. Let's take over the fucking world. Anyway, if you've made it this far, I truly appreciate you and encourage you to please reach out and say hello. I'm serious about this, guys. I really want to connect with my listeners. So whether you want to come on the show or not, drop me a line. Hit me an email at gettingstokedpodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I think that's it, man. Thank you guys so much for listening. It really, I know I harp on it so much, but it really, truly means everything. So thank you. Get stoked.